to take on the mic and just join the conversation. Um, yeah, I'm doing good today. I mean, I'm melting because I don't like. I mean, I've seen some posts here on Farcaster with the weather in Paris, and I can say the same thing about Romania as well. Like right now, it's 7 p.m., and I think that outside there are like 30 degrees, and I'm melting. I'm not used to these temperatures right now in June, like maybe in August, because I'm living somewhere between the mountains. And right now I'm melting. You can't even breathe, like
Jeez.
outside. I'm sending um my love and I'm welcoming on stage my brother Ali, and also Ayman. Like, I'm so happy to be on the stage with you as well. How are you doing?
Yo, GM guys. I just want to say hi. Not gonna lie, I'm a bit busy, but I just want to say hi. What's up, Sal? What's up, Edward?
What's up, Ali? It's good to hear your voice.
Yeah, it's
Man,
really good to hear your voice, brother. I know that you are busy. I know that you've been cooking lately. Congrats on your win at the
yeah, thanks.
hackathon with MC Pro. Like, that's really amazing because like you've been like through a lot, and you had to essentially, like, I don't, but I mean, after you shut down
Yeah.
influence. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Like, not even today. Like, I don't
even
know how.
even I don't know, man. It doesn't matter.
Like, I honestly don't know how to pronounce it. But I know that whenever you end up something, like, it's always like really hard. Like, to get back on your feet, especially when you didn't necessarily want to end it. So I'm really happy to see you back in action, back building, and I'm also really happy to see the results coming in. I had no
Yeah.
doubts about that and about your potential, and I'm really excited to see what you're going to cook next.
Yeah. Thanks, man. Really appreciate for all the support. And I think we always should remember, just we need to take time as much as we need sometimes, and it's okay. But there's a thin line between the taking time, taking a breath, and the procrastination. So we have to be aware of that. So we need to take time a bit, and then, to be honest, being offline is really helpful. Not gonna lie, because when you see online and when you see, oh my god, I'm missing something, you feel so bad, worse and worse, and So and then you're just saying, oh my god, I'm losing the competition. But you don't need to think like that. But the social media and all of the contents are just pushing yourself like that. Because someone is just making like a, for example, hey, I just put something and then I made 6 figures or whatever. But in theory, in paper, there is nothing happens. So we know it in practice it doesn't work, because we know the Apple revenues, we know the all revenues of things. Yes, some people is making money, but not everyone. So just I don't know why I'm just saying this, but we have to just be take our time, and then just chill, just keep saying GM each other and the friends. That's it.
Well said. I think mental health is such an important thing in this space, right? Like the one of the things I said yesterday, I think on the Onaji stream, I see Onaji in the building. Appreciate you. I said that someone said I don't think Zal sleeps, and I like wanted to make sure I recorrected that and said that like I actually try and focus on making sure I get a good amount of sleep, because in this day and age of crypto, like the push and like everyone's like getting bragging about how little sleep they're getting, and I think that's very negative for mental health, and it aligns with musicians as well, where some musicians think going into a negative headspace is good for their music making abilities and their artistic creating abilities. And I think a lot more amazing music and art can come from a positive place of love than any negative place. So I think that's something that I try and push with my musicians a lot as well. So I appreciate you, Ali. That's super important. Like, touching, that's why we say the term touching grass, and taking that time for yourself and making sure your mental health is locked in as well.
Yeah, I mostly believe, like, I absolutely agree with both of you. And what I believe, like, the main issue is that social media, like, has, I don't know, has put a lot of emphasis on this hustle culture. Like, we always have to hustle, like, if you are not hustling, you're not doing, like, you won't get anywhere in life, and so on and so forth. And I think we can see that even at younger generations. Like, I've seen some posts on Twitter, like, not long ago, with 15-year-old kids, like, just bragging about the AI tool that they are building, like, and they want to apply uh, to whatever fund, like, to get their business funded, and so on. Like, and in a way, like, I really appreciate what they are doing, like, and I love that they have this desire, like, for just building something. And their idea was really cool, but at the same time, I'm thinking that maybe this is just an influence, like, of social media, because, in like, these kids were fortunate enough, like, to get some leads, like, to get some popularity on Twitter, like, to get some visibility, and maybe some customers from their product. But there are so many other kids, like, who want to do the same thing, and they are not fortunate enough, like, to get all of these things. They get discouraged, and it does a lot of harm, like, to their mental health. And my point is that I don't think, like, I'm really grateful that when I was 15 years old, like, I was able, to spend time on my grandma's, like, to ride a bike, to play football all day, and to do all these things that actually made me feel like I was actually living life. And those things, like, helped me a lot, even in this era when hustle culture has become, like, I don't know, like, it's one of the most predominant cultures. And when I first joined crypto, like, back in 2021, when I joined the NFT space, actually, because I joined it for the NFTs, not for crypto itself. And I've seen how many things were happening at once. It gave me the same vibes, like, of the hustle culture that I was used to. And by the way, I coming from a background where, like, I started, like, building something for myself. Like, I started my first drop shipping business, I think, when I was in high school or something like that. But I always had a balance. Like, I was not dedicated myself entirely to that thing, because I wanted to enjoy those years as well. Um, so I don't know, like, I think that in the crypto space, as I said, like, when I joined the NFT space, I felt the same energy of the hustle culture. And right now with AI, like, because everyone feels to me that has been transitioning to AI, like, right now, how fast things are happening in the AI world, like, I don't know, like, it's really hard, and I would say that it's impossible to keep up with everything, regardless of how many agents you create, like, that send you all the news, all the new releases and stuff like that. Like, it's really hard to keep up with everything. And I believe that taking care of your mental health, getting good sleep, like, touching grass, getting offline more, like, it's something really, like, really healthy, and it's a must in this era, in my opinion.
1,000,000%. So well said. Do you want to kick it over to a couple of the other folks that came up? I see Iman came up, Joe Warpy. You guys are welcome to say hi.
What's good, bro? What's good, people? How you doing? I hope y'all can hear me. How's everybody doing
everyone.
today?
Greetings. Welcome aboard.
Amazing word. Amazing conversation here, and it's I agree with what's being said. It's what in my experience, I'd say most of the times when as fast as the world is moving, bro, you find yourself keeping up with the world and it's evolving. It's daily evolving nature, and then you get caught up in the loop, not seeing how the times or the days are going, and then that leads to that no sleep. And like Zol said, man, people are using that like as a brag these days, like, oh, I ain't sleeping, I ain't doing this, and it's when you think about it, it's actually unhealthy. So hey, man, I love what's being said here. Shout out on Naji. I see you, bro. Hey, man. Amazing vibes, great space, bro.
Hell yeah.
Oh snap! And I'm in the studio right now with Nemesis. That's why my mic's off, and I'm gonna be.
Hi Zal, hi everybody. Shout out, Nemesis, rapper, singer, poet, all-rounder, artist, becoming a builder. I love what I'm doing. Thank you for these spaces. They're very educational. Yeah, shout out to you guys.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man, live in farcaster, pretty cool. Thanks for opening a space. Here's some
Facts.
folks out there, what they're doing, enjoying their Sunday. I hope, most importantly, touching whatever feels good today. So yeah, good to see folks up. Gonna start to spread the word about these spaces here on farcaster. I didn't even know it existed for a while.
Yeah, because they didn't actually exist here, and I mean they were just recently added. From what I know, I mean it's been a short amount of time since they've been up, and I think they make the experience much better. And in a way, like I remember that I had a conversation with someone, I'm not sure with whom or when, but I remember that I was discussing with them basically like oh no, I remember, yeah, with a good friend of mine, like on Telegram, and she told me, like, she asked me basically where I'm spending my time these days, like online, and I told her that I'm mostly spending my time, like between Farcaster and Substack, because I'm really exhausted by everything I see on Twitter or any other platform. Like I'm
Yeah. And at Substack, you can direct yourself instead of get lost in a lot of noise, for example.
Yeah, I'm mostly using Substack because I do long form writing, and I believe for now that is the best place through which I can actually share my long form writing. But
And now
my aim is to eventually lead people, like to my own website, because even Substack, like to me, Substack right now starts giving me a lot of Twitter vibes. And I'm not talking about the platform itself, but about the things that are being posted. Like I see the same post, like on other platforms as well. And it's all about these growth hacks, about you have to do this to become that, or you have to do whatever. Like it's all of these gurus that start coming on Substack as well. Everyone, I feel like it starts molding themselves onto the algorithm just because they want visibility. And there are fewer and fewer people who actually, like write whatever they feel like writing. Like I feel like every single platform that eventually scales. I remember, Ali, that we talked about scaling these days, and I believe that one of the worst things about scaling, in my opinion, is, for example, and I'm giving the example of Substack. Like when Substack was small, like old people, like they didn't have the pressure, like to perform. They were just posting and writing whatever they felt like doing, like writing. But once Substack started to scale, like a lot of people came in, and they came with the same mentality and the same tactics of growth that they've used on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, or whatever other platform, which made the platforms that themselves like really toxic. And I'm thinking about Farcaster as well. Like I believe that right now Farcaster, in a way, like for many people, feels dead. Like I know that people are saying like I'm not sure who still uses Farcaster today, but there are still a lot of people who are using Farcaster, and the people who are still here aren't here to farm anything, because to be honest, I don't think that you can get anything these days. Like you can't farm for anything on Farcaster, and I believe that what is happening right now is essentially an opportunity for us to actually build the right culture, like for this platform, and to avoid all the toxicity that exists on any other platform. Like this is maybe it's just something that in a way is impossible, because once it's scaling, like you cannot control people. But I believe that culture is more powerful than anything, and if we manage to truly create or to preserve the culture that we have today, we can actually make this platform, and maybe others as well, like based on what is being built in the entire ecosystem, like we can make them more healthy.
Yeah, those are some good thoughts. I mean, it's inevitable to say that like things become crowded and over marketed, or the loud people show up, so to speak. But there's always room for real builders to find each other, and places to congregate. Even I don't know, even like a smaller ecosystem, you can tell the difference sometimes. So it doesn't have to be the biggest place, just the most effective for reaching people. And then if you have something really important to say, you can always use those resources that you use in smaller groups to make a marketing plan, or a development plan, or just shooting the shit plan, like whatever. But no, I encourage that. Like I guess that's why we all showed up in spaces today, because maybe we know some of each other already, but just to see it open is really encouraging, on Farcaster. I wasn't on really using desktop too much, so I imagine a lot of features were probably there, and like a lot of the beta testing too. So I missed out on it, I guess. But it's great to see finally here.
Yeah, it's been a great experience here. Let me bring Edward back up. It looks like you took a little lap. I think it's a crazy good experience here on Farcaster to just dive into what everyone's building. I've had an awesome experience having a bunch of workshops over the last 28 days with a bunch of different people, including Ali, which I think you guys should all check out. It has been a phenomenal blast to see the different ways that different users interact with the protocol and leverage it to do something that they haven't been able to do anywhere else. Let's see, Edward, did you make it back up?
Yeah, I'm back up. I apologize. I
No
left a
worries.
mistake. I didn't see the button, like the leave button, and I wanted to press home, and I clicked on the leave button. And yeah, I absolutely agree that here on Farcaster, I mean, I'm really excited, like even if decentralized social like feels dead, as I previously said, like I'm really excited about it, because these platforms, and I'm mostly talking about like what we have here on Farcaster, and I'm also talking about what exists on Lens, and I know that Ali is like really familiar with that ecosystem, and I think that what these decentralized social spaces, like are offering is something that we can never find on traditional platforms. And here, like what we have here, like with the mini apps, like right now I have a mini app open called Casterboard by Arjan. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing his name right, but essentially it's a mini app through which you can create your own feeds. And I find it like really smart because it taps the idea of curation um, and something like this. And basically you have like mini app also has a token, and with that token basically you can stake it and open the advanced features and whatever uh, whatever rewards like the creator of the mini app wants to give you through the token, maybe airdrops or I don't know, but that doesn't matter. But what I'm referring to is the idea that these platforms like have some features, and just the fact that they are decentralized more or less, it's something that no other platform has. For example, um, the fact that I am able, or even for example the fact that I made a mini app for my zine, and the fact that people were able to purchase and do the entire process like directly on chain, having everything on chain and directly on Farcaster without having to leave another app to go to my website and purchase it there and so on. Like, this is something that makes me excited, and I think that we haven't even tapped yet into the potential of these platforms. Like, even when Farcaster was like really popular and in the Degen era or in its WordCast days, like even back then, I think that our attention was mainly focused on a few things, and we didn't have, or we didn't actually want to explore the entire potential of these platforms. And right now, I think that the fact that no many things are happening right now on the platform, like we have the potential to experiment a lot with what can actually be done inside these spaces, because I think that it won't be the platforms themselves that are going to bring more people in, but rather things that are being created by people inside them that will bring more people in here. And this is something that I believe for all platforms, like all emerging platforms, not just for Farcaster.
Super well said, Edward. I think there's so many things that people are underutilizing with Farcaster. I think my goal is to push all of the people in my community and abroad to be able to understand how they can make a custom front end for their community or whatever they're doing and interact with the back end of the Farcaster protocol through that. And I think that could be really cool and really powerful. Different people doing that in a lot of different ways. But I see we got Jose up on the building as well. What up, Jose? How you doing on this Sunday?
Hello, do you hear me?
Yes, sir. Loud and clear.
Hey, well, I am in the building right now who has been shaken because we are in Caracas where the earthquake was. So we have been pretty anxious these days. I don't find my head. I told that to Saul. I have no head. It's a Spanish essay here in my local. No tengo cabeza, chamo. No tengo cabeza. I don't have a head. And we are doing an impact concert today at 7 p.m. EST to gather funds. So far, we had gathered 60 USDC that we had channeled to 2 different causes going to support the most affected area of the country, which is at 30 minutes from here. So if you want to support us, tune into my profile. You will see the Giveth verified project I have where you can send donations, and I will report back to you with all the information of where those funds are going to in real time. And we are doing a concert today for that call to action. We need help. I play the guitar, so my guitar is at the service because that's what I have. So if you can support me with money, I have the bridge to the information to share as an independent journalism. I'm an artist, but today I wear the hat of the independent journalism.
Yeah, thanks for sharing that, Jose. And you said that's 7 p.m. today. You're doing the concert.
Yeah. Actually, like I'm playing already, but Easy and Trigens and like the overall community was able to sync after 7 p.m. EST of today. So we will host shows today at that hour, but I will be playing during the day across spaces, asking for support and telling people, hey, stop watching the World Cup, stop speculating on shit, stop working on a slop tech, support today to humanity, the coordination of coordinations, the thing that we are supposed to solve with the use of these tools. That's what I'm doing today.
I love it. 7 p.m. I'll be there. Where can we find you before that? You're going to be posting to your Farcaster profile?
Is in crypto is sharing already the links. We are waiting on Jimmy the Trigen to share the official link. He usually takes his time, but we are already sharing the flyer. Stay tuned to my account. Put the bell on. Have me on your reminders, and stay tuned for 7 p.m. EST today. And share the word with your friends, because the thing that we need the most is promoters to break Elon Musk algorithm and all the paywall algorithm in all these social platforms that are not decentralized.
Boom bap, and that's how one of the things we can get done. That's kind of the beauty of blockchain, is the ability to move money quickly and seamlessly for causes like this. So check out Jose's profile. I'll be over there 7 p.m. Should be a blast. And then definitely check out the Giveth as well. Appreciate you, Jose, for popping up, and I'm excited to hear more of the impact we can help with.
Thank you, Saul. Yeah, I told Easy to reach out to you to share the information so we can connect and align. I told Easy to do it because I have no head. I just can share the real time situation. So wait for Easy to DM you. You already know what we want, because what we want is like spreading, promotion, getting people to be there, peer-to-peer communication. That's what I believe on. I don't know how success looks when you pay ads. I know peer-to-peer. So that's why I'm looking for my community to share with others. Hey, come over here, invest 1 hour of your time in quality time. No, stop the shopping culture. Yes, support Venezuela. Yes, visit it because it's safer than San Francisco. Yes, come over, like change your head. Yeah, that's what I want. That's what I do with the music.
I'm in a Farcaster space.
I'm on Farcaster today. Yeah.
Yo, Jose,
No, I didn't do any of
congrats
that. I only did
on
Vercel and
what you're
Superbase.
doing, and I'm happy to
I
hear
need
that
you
you're
to do
doing
that if you
safe.
can. That would be
And
very
yeah, I'm
helpful.
really sorry for what's happening there. And
Yeah, both.
yeah, I mean, I
Yeah,
love your
exactly.
energy
And
and
I
what you're
just put
doing
in
for
2 environment
people.
variables that are
And
public into the
yeah,
Vercel,
I
but
I
that's it. So you have
invite
to put the private ones if we need that.
everyone to support you in any way they
Yeah, if you
can.
could do
And I
whatever
agree
of
with
that,
many
that'd be
things that
very
you've
helpful,
said
because
about
that
the
slows me down
platforms
for sure.
and
Any
about the
environment
way they
variable.
work.
Okay, appreciate you.
And I
Peace.
think we, as I said, we have the opportunity to make something better and different. And because I actually think that we can do it. And yeah, man, congrats on everything that you are doing. And I hope that things will be better there. And I hope that a lot of people are going to join the concert. But hats off to you, man. I really respect you, and you truly have my respect for the initiative that you have towards your people, towards your country. It's amazing. Also, welcome on stage to William. It's so nice to have him on stage here with us. And he recently released a tool on farcaster mini app. It's called Far Analytics, I think, and he can tell you more about it.
GM, good afternoon, everyone. GM Zal, GM Edward, GM Ali. Happy Sunday to every one of you. Thanks for having me on here. I mean, this is like pretty much the first time I mean, I know we've talked like on farcaster, Edward. I know me and you have talked a bit, but like this is the first time I'm like having like solid interaction with everyone here. So I'm just gonna say I'm glad to be here. So about Funalytics. To be honest, the idea for the mini app was that first I wanted to build something unique. I mean, I see a lot of people building cool stuff with like real. Sorry, just give me a second. I'm so sorry. I have like a IRL call coming in.
No worries. Thanks for coming up. I appreciate you. I'm excited to hear more. Yeah.
Right. So, can you hear me?
It's a little quiet.
Is it better now?
Much better.
Okay. So, like, I was just thinking to myself, like, what exactly could I build, like, that would be fun to use and would actually like provide an insight. And I was like, we have like X analytics, we have like analytics for Twitter, and I was like, what if I could build something like that for Farcaster? So that was just pretty much the idea for the mini app, and I'm so glad for like, I think 150 like users right now. I think that's like the latest that I saw. So it shows you your follow data, like your engagements, who your mutuals with, like people you engage with the most on Farcaster. So yeah, it just takes all those data and like just shows it to you in app. There's still like a lot of things going on because like I'm looking at like having like a cash scheduler put in the app and like the leaderboard. There's still a lot going on, but yeah, that's pretty much what Funnel is about. And I'm so grateful again to Edward. Like Edward helped me with the last minute test. Grateful to everyone who's been supporting. That I think that's it for now.
Yeah, I love that, and I'm really happy that I was able to support, and I'm really happy to support as many people as possible, because I believe that this is the right way to actually foster like more collaboration instead of more competition. I love the mini app. I especially love the circle part. I think it's called like circle, like where you basically see the people you've been engaging with the most. And I'm sure that people will find like wise ways to use the analytics that this mini app provides. I have some ideas, but I'm not sure if I can. Like, we will just talk about them in the DMs. But I know that the guys from the Empire Builder, especially like I'm not sure Zal, you know how to pronounce his name. Like I
They're
don't
the
know how to
best. You're
pronounce.
Berserker and Divi Fly.
Yeah,
You're berserker.
yeah, yeah. Berserker. Like he commented on the post of Far Analytics release, and he commented there with how I think he said there like how people would use it or could use it or in what way they can use it. And I found it like, yeah, like it clicked in my mind because initially, and as I told you in my DMs, like I was like, it's like a really cool app, but I'm not sure if it's made for me, like in a way that I will use it like constantly. But I'm sure that there are people who will find a way to actually use it like more consistently, like. And when I've seen that comment, I was like, yeah, exactly what I was thinking about, and something clicked in my mind, and I was like, wait, maybe I can actually use this more than I actually thought. So yeah, it's a really cool mini app, and I'm excited to see how people are gonna use it.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Amazing. What do you think, Edward? Should I open this design that's on my to-do list for this hour as well? I'm very appreciative to have gotten it. Excited to really dive in, but I have not opened it as of yet. So it's good to have you here, and have it here bubble wrapped. And let me make my screen a little bit bigger here on the stream as well.
Wait, you're seeing this live as well?
I am, yeah. So I have
Yeah.
my video.
Maybe you can add the link or something like in this chat, so we can actually see you actually opening it. That would be
Everything. Whenever I go live, it's going live to this link right here, zaballgames.com/live. That gives YouTube and Twitch embedded into that website, so anyone can check it out there and can see the video as well.
Oh, this is. Let me see. I can't see it on my desktop, like the link. If does anyone know who's like speaking if I'm opening the link through my phone, because right now I'm on the space on my phone. Will it close like the space for me?
It won't until you have audio come through, which it will at some point because it'll play the live video. So you might need another device for that. But yeah, I mean, I can always also do it after in a different video. But yeah, that's where you can do it, or you can do it on a different device on YouTube or on Twitch under Better Call Saul.
Oh yeah, I found the link here. Like I found the link in my desktop. Like I can see you now streaming live. Also, a thing that I was thinking about is I shared with you a mini app that I mentioned called Caster Board, which is about the idea of curation. And I was thinking about, what do you guys think about, the importance of curation? Like I'm not sure if all of you are familiar with Sofa, like with that mini app that Chris created, which is like a really amazing platform for curating and saving your posts, and I'm using it like really often. And then I've seen this caster board mini app, which essentially allows you to create your own feeds and basically curate your entire experience on Farcaster. And I was really curious about what you think about curation and the way like it can be done on Farcaster.
Yeah, I think Sofa is super awesome.
There are a couple of curation attempts and apps along the way. No, I mean, it's difficult to like make everyone go to the same place and refer to the same places, but I don't know. They tend to be redundant also, but there are a couple of them like Cura. I don't know, a couple of others, if I remember.
You are mentioning Cura, like it was that platform that basically also had like, or it
Customized
hosted
feed.
it
was like-
hosted the channels, and you earn some points in the channels. Like, are you referring to that app?
I remember it is more of a customized feed, and then I could pull. I'm not sure if it even is still. I don't really use it. It had a separate feed, so you could sort of customize your experience. And hear only whether it would be trending or popular or things that you choose. But and it was seamless, as an app within Farcaster, for example. And there were a few others I remember, but like, I don't know. I mean, there have to be features within the app itself to just to make the experience more customized. Even just here on the mobile, I'm just even opening my settings, just looking around, and it's like, what can you do here? Twitter is improving with that, but like Twitter is crazy. But like you can actually really make certain feeds and groups and only see those things, like if you want, or turn off certain things for a certain time, like trends or whatever. But there's feeds. Manage your connected apps. I don't know. There's definitely ways, and you can build things too if you so desire to create a community. But it all becomes so redundant after a while. But it's really encouraging to to hear people want to have a certain kind of experience or share this like bigger venue with like a smaller group. There's so many different variables and ways to experience all this. So anyway, I'm not necessarily building anything or promoting anything, but I really like to see everyone come together and talk about it, because this Web3 stuff is really like, I still struggle in my real life to like discuss this with people that I can see with my eye. It's crazy. It's just like I'm stuck here in virtual insanity with you guys, and it's awesome, but sometimes it's a little strange, but not stranger than IRL, because that's really weird if you really think about it. So I think we're doing just fine, even if we're a little confused or overwhelmed by all the AI and all the building and all the tech and all the marketing. Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah, I think like I think that most people, like when they hear about Web3, they instantly think about crypto. And this is why, I mean, I find it hard to talk about Web3 with people as well. And just because they put together like the ideas of crypto and Web3, and also, like back in the day, like when NFTs were like really popular, like people still made a connection between NFTs and crypto itself. So essentially it was always about crypto. So I think that in a way, like Web3 is really influenced by how crypto is being perceived by others and how it performs. And maybe this is why we find it really hard to talk about it. And this is exactly why I think that we need to create something that goes beyond, like just the same. Like, I mean, I don't like, I think that to bring more people in, like, I really love like what Luca from Pudgy Penguins is doing with the entire brand, like it's putting the idea of NFTs of crypto on like in the background. Also, I've seen that the people from Azuki, like from the Azuki collection, like they start doing the same thing. Like I just read a piece of news, I don't know, like this week or last week, and from what I understood, they're also, like in a way, are trying to put this idea of NFTs of Web3 like in the background. And I think that this is what we have to do in order to be able to actually chat with other people about this, like without getting them annoyed or anything like this.
Yeah, consistently. I don't know. Consistency is always good, even if it's misunderstood at first. I don't know. That's why I really kind of enjoy like smaller projects. Even they very often like get discouraged or can't finance themselves, or I don't know what it is, but even smaller projects that are I don't know. There's many examples. I mean, like a project that you are building, maybe you just want to participate in a protocol, and you want to make a token or just an app or a game or something simple, and it doesn't have to be the biggest thing in the world. It just has to like maintain itself, or slow growth itself, or I don't know. I mean, whatever. There's so many different expectations. Very often we get bombarded by like the loudest ones, but that's not always necessary, because they don't always last very long. So I don't know, man. I wish I had time to really dig in more to some of just the app building, like you're talking about, and some of you guys are obviously more involved in. I usually just end up hanging out and participating in the ones that I think are like the most interesting, stuff like that. But whoa, sorry, stand by.
Yo, are you good? Are you okay?
No, it's just a food and dog issue. Everything's fine.
Well, I am opening up here on the stream my Zine here by Edward. So this is really nice packaging. I like it a lot, and I like that I can just pull it out. Is this two different ones or two of the same ones? This is what it looks like. Very cool. Oh my goodness.
Oh, that's what I was going to ask. Like, where are we seeing this designed? Is where, like my
The
that's like for
Zine
that.
can be grabbed from Edward's mini app. So if you
Right. So that's through the app, right? And then I think I've been there.
yeah,
I'm adding the link to the mini app like in this chat, and I think that Zal added, or can you Zal add the link to your stream again so that people can
yeah, for sure. Let me type it in here. Boom. But yeah, definitely recommend you check it out. Grab one for yourself. Edward's put a lot of time, effort, and energy into this, and we've been talking about it for quite some time actually. So definitely worth checking out.
simply a protest, like this is how I call it, and this is actually the name, is a protest against not feeling anything, because if there's anything that this, like, if there's anything our digital lives, especially because it's like deeply influenced by all these social platforms that we are spending time on, like they make us feel like absolutely nothing, because they're feeding us with so many things, and when we are fed with a lot of things, like we either feel a lot of things at once or we feel nothing at all. And even when we feel like a lot of things at once, we end up actually not feeling anything at all. So I simply want like to create something that makes people feel again, that makes people feel something again, and this design is essentially like my protest about it. And I find it to be like, for example, if you check out what I'm writing here as short thoughts, what I'm creating, what I'm writing in my long form writing, like everything that I stand for is part of this zine, like my art, my like it's part of myself, and one of my desires is, you know, like to make people feel something again. And this is why I decided to actually to create this protest. And after you finish, you know, like reading the zine, I want you to, and I want people to no longer be afraid, you know, like to feel again. And this was my, like, this is the main purpose of it.
That's cool. I'm wondering the same if I can go in there now and without being probably stay in the room. I don't know. No big deal. Probably like getting a phone call, maybe. I have to troubleshoot that. I'm gonna give it a try. And I'll come back if it separates.
Sorry, what's happening? Like I didn't fully
No,
understand.
I'm gonna try and like do it now live while I'm in the space and see if I get disconnected.
Let us know how it is.
Live test.
Well, I love this a lot, Edward. I'm definitely gonna have to leave this by my bedside table and read it in the morning and at night, because I think there's a lot of good words here. I'm not, of course, able to read it all right now. Oh, I like this picture. Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff in here. I'm excited to dive deeper into it.
Yeah, appreciate you, my friend, and I'm really happy that it makes you feel something. I'm really happy to hear that.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. I'm definitely gonna have to dive deeper into some of these things. I'll write up an article or two here or there about one or two of the pages, because there's a couple that really stood out to me initially. But I'll read into it and we'll dive deeper into it, and then next week we'll have a longer conversation about it.
Yeah, for sure. Like whenever you want, and I'm really grateful, and thank you so much for the support.
Yeah, so we're gonna be trying to rock these every Sunday at noon. Me and Edward, maybe one of us some days, some weeks, maybe both of us, maybe with a special guest some other weeks. We're just gonna keep it fluid and try and get something going around curation around Farcaster, and then I would love to help Edward over the next month of July create something of his own curation that I can help him build and he can help us curate, and we can use that for our spaces as well, and for whatever we create this into. So yeah, just kind of like we both are trying to support artists, and Edward's a phenomenal artist that's trying to get some stuff out there. So I definitely recommend you check it out. Turn on your noties for Edward, as well as Jose, who's going live later today, 7 p.m., to help bring the impact that we can all bring using the blockchain and moving funds seamlessly cross borders to help support causes in Venezuela hit by this earthquake. So I appreciate everyone for joining in. Do you have any last words, Edward, or Jawarpi, or Jose?
Yeah, I just want to say that I'm really grateful for everyone who joined this space. It was a first for me, and I'm really grateful for everyone who showed up, and whether you joined the conversation or not, like I'm really grateful. I'm so happy that I managed to chat for the first time with some people from Farcaster as well. We, as Zal said, we are gonna try to make this like every Sunday. We don't have a specific plan for them. We just know that their purpose, like, is just to spark more healthy conversation, to connect one another, like, and to foster a culture of collaboration and deeply rooted, like, in kindness. So hopefully we will see each other like next Sunday. I want to end by encouraging every single one of you to check out Jose's initiative. It's a really great one for the Venezuelan people. And yeah, thank you so much once again for being here. I'm truly grateful. And this is the first, but for certain not the last. So see you next time.
100%.
It worked. I'm still here, and I just added the hidden app to my Farcast.
Amazing.
I'll be back to take a closer look. That's really cool. Thanks for the space. We'll be back next Sunday.
Thank you so much. Thank you
Cheers,
so
y'all soon.
much. Cheers.
Peace. Okay, I'll see y'all soon. Thanks, Ms. V, for joining in. You're hilarious. Joe Warpy.